Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next Music Room Sessions, and it's my pleasure today to introduce for the first time to Offbeat Photography a very talented musician, singer-songwriter from London. That's right. Mr. Robert Taira Wilson.
What they say, business runs this town. I'm showing up for the money. I got no love for the things I do. Meanwhile, I'm just an animal moving along, it's not your Rubicon. When the crew sings their chorus in the mornings.
Welcome to the Q&A section for tonight's performance. Pleasure to have Robert Taira Wilson here with us. And how are you this evening?
I'm great, thanks.
Good,
A little tired.
Long day?
Yeah, I was at the Hilton today. I did a 4-hour show.
And then you go down for a couple of hours for as well?
Yeah, straight down there.
Oh, jeez.
So, playing the guitar is real sore on the back. There's this one muscle, I think it's the guitar muscle. It just like gets every time. I think it's from being like this.
Oh,
Need a massage.
Oh, well, thanks for joining us here at Offbeat Photography and the Music Room Sessions Live.
It's my pleasure.
For those of you, those in here that may not come across you, would you like to briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Robert Taira Wilson. I'm from London. I'm a singer-songwriter based here in Tokyo.
Alright, so a couple of preliminary questions to kick us off, and then we'll go on from there. So, right back at the beginning then, when did you get started with music?
I started playing guitar when I was 7. My mum got me some classical guitar lessons, like a couple of years I did that. And I did my first performance when I was 9 actually. It was just playing guitar. I went to a Catholic school and every Friday we had to go to church. And they let people play guitar or do music, do performance. They let students do performances when they're doing the communion, when they're going out getting the bread. And I played House of the Rising Sun at my first performance.
How did that one go down?
I wasn't singing it, so I'm not sure they like figured out that that's what it was. So it was too late by that time anyway. I was playing it. It's the song about a house of prostitution.
Is that what got you interested in music, or was there other factors involved as well?
No, my mum really wanted me to be a musician. So my mum and dad, I guess, they got me a guitar when I was 5, and then when I was 7 they got me lessons. And you know, I wasn't really interested in it really until I got to about 17, and that's when I kind of motivated myself to do it. So yeah, I think it was just out of like, you know, you get to those years, I think I was a bit lonely, so like I used it as like my therapy. I was gonna, you know, be somebody, getting good at the guitar.
I think that's been a running theme of the interviews so far. It's all been about, I was about 17 and I was a bit lonely.
Yeah,
that's. I think that.
And it's like a way to get girls, right? You realise at that age.
Did it work?
Oh yeah.
And a bit more recent, when did you get involved with the Tokyo music scene?
2 years ago. Yeah, I moved here 2 years ago.
Where was your first gig?
I think it was at the Crawfish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
only do. Don't take the attitude to. No, everything that I bring to the table takes its toll on everything, on everything, on everything, yeah, on everything. I feel it here, I feel it here, crumbling, slowly closing in.
Yeah, that's where I met Duncan. Yeah, Duncan randomly came to the show, and then he got me a few gigs. He got me the gig at Tokyo Tower,
Oh, nice.
a few other things. So yeah, I owe him a lot. Such a cool guy.
But before that, you were playing in the Osaka area.
Well, before that I was in London, and then way before that I was in Osaka for a couple of years. Yeah.
And is there any differences between the Osaka scene and the Tokyo scene?
Tokyo's just more interesting, bigger, more musicians. Yeah, I think, I don't know, you can spend a while in Osaka, but you get bored sooner or later.
Okay.
Well, I did. But I don't think I'll ever get bored in Tokyo.
There's so many places, so many venues.
Mm.
Alright, well, let's go a bit more in depth with your own music. I'd like to start obviously with the obvious one, your playing style. So how did that one come about?
I don't know, I guess because I'm primarily a guitarist, so I was learning guitar, and it wasn't until I was like 17 that I started singing. And then I was super shy, so I knew it would be a big step for me to perform.
Yeah.
Actually, for a long time I didn't think I had it in me to perform. So I kind of wanted, if it was going to be a big step to perform, I wanted it to be worth it, so I wanted to do something impressive.
Yeah.
So I like really worked on my technique a lot. It was kind of like I was hiding behind my technique, I think, hiding behind the guitar. If I made the guitar real like fiddly, like people would be like, wow, and they wouldn't notice that I was super nervous.
But when did that start? It obviously evolved into just who you are musically.
Yeah, well now like, you know, I'm not really interested in like technique, it's all about like communicating something. So I feel like I've matured, and I'm focusing on something else in my music. Like, I'm still interested in techniques and stuff, and doing something interesting with the music, but what's more important is like conveying how I'm feeling through that.
And I think way back when, I think we had a conversation a long time ago where you were saying about like playing to a lot of Japanese crowd, some way to get people involved is through that melodic style on the guitar as well.
Yeah, exactly, it does help, like especially if it's a noisy audience, you know, if it's a rowdy pub, like if you've got some like, wow, crazy guitar stuff,
It
like,
pulls them in,
people are like, whoa, what's going on?
Like your original things, where do you find your inspiration?
I don't know, like I just play around with the guitar a lot, and like things pop out, like from improvisation and just mistakes. And yeah, I just try and, I don't know, tell a story how I'm feeling, like when I'm writing.
Okay.
So I try and conjure up my strongest emotions when I'm writing the lyrics and stuff. Obviously, you're not going to just write about going to the shops. Write about, you know, something like that.
I don't know, with your playing style, you might be able to make that interesting. So. So obviously, when you're developing a new song, does it start with the chords, with like a vocal melody, or with your just like the guitar lines?
It's just like a scrapbook of stuff, so it might be a little bit of guitar, it might be a line or two that I've jotted down, and then they just all come together, like kind of organically. Like I'll just be playing around and like, oh yeah, that thing kind of works with this thing, and then like I create the story, or I create the lyrics around the music.
And I'm guessing, like most musicians, you keep a scrapbook around, you get an idea, jot it down. And,
Well, the iPad, yeah.
oh, the iPad, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you come back
And
years
I've got-
later and go, oh, that'll work with my new song.
Yeah, yeah, literally, like I've done that, like I've had a song, and then I'm like, I need like an intro for it, I can't think of anything, and I'll go back to something like recorded, like, you know, like 3 years before, and it's like, oh, that works perfectly. So it's like, just stick it on. Like, all my songs are just like,
It's cobbled together.
yeah, cobbled together, yeah.
And then obviously there must be a refining process from that when
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
obviously figuring out the links between the different sections then.
yeah, yeah.
And how do you start like the songwriting process? Or the lyric portion
Just-
of it?
The lyric, I don't know, like, just keeping ideas down, like, often like you'll hear someone say something that's interesting, or reading a book or something, and just like plagiarize a line here and there. And, I mean, if you get a good line, you can build a whole song around just like one good line.
Mm.
It's the same with the music. If you get one good change, that's it. That's all you need.
It's that hook that pulls in. I'm gonna let one out.
Sunset.
I would say it's that hook that draws the audience in and draws yourself in as well. That you can
Yeah.
then move forward with. Okay.
It gets you thinking in a particular way. You know, a couple of words together that maybe you've read in a book. It gets you thinking about something that reminds you of other things.
And
It becomes like a stream of consciousness.
yeah.
It's 3 a.m. and I'm okay. Dad carries me to the window. So much said unspoken, just colors in the calico. In the currents each day, pigments wash away, raging river of mine, draining tongue to the sea. Flush me down to the wide, wide waterline, tepid memory. It's 3 a.m. and I'm okay. There's a stillness on the ship's bow. There's dust upon the plateau, and we're moments from forever now. Shipwreck in disguise, taking one more stand against the tide. It's raging river of mine, draining time to the sea. Flush me down to the wide, wide waterline, tepid
Do
memory.
you decide a song's finished, or do you ever decide that?
I always fear recording because I know it's going to change and get better.
Yeah.
Always. So it's like trying to put it off. But then there's a point where you just need something on record. So you
Yeah.
just
Oh, yeah.
record it and do your best.
Is
Then you change it a week later and you're like, oh god, I wish I'd waited one more week.
Is there, what's the song? Is it Bridge Over Man-Made that's got a new introduction that's very different to your recorded version?
Yeah, probably. I don't think that's got an intro in the recording.
Ah, okay, that's something you
sometimes
developed afterwards then,
yeah. Yeah, I like intros and outros. It's nice to like blend everything in. You watch like the pros like do gigs like a lot of the time. They won't have breaks between the songs. They'll just
Yeah. So you've recently released your album EP, Cold in the Heat.
Yeah.
How's that one been received?
Yeah, it's. I feel like it could have been better, but some of my friends like it. So.
He's getting thumbs up from the audience there. No, I highly recommend it. If you've not picked it up yet, you should definitely do so. You have some copies with you tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you've not, I'd highly recommend picking up one. And you had a few other musicians help you along with that one.
Yeah, there was a group of us, so I went back to London to kind of do music for 2 years. I was in Osaka 2 years, and I went back to London for 2 years. And during those 2 years, I did a lot of like open mics in London, and met loads of cool musicians. And I met this really cool musician called Kerry Ann, who helped me a lot with the album. There's a double bassist on there called Robin Hemmings. We did a lot together. Andrea as well, the drummer. He lives in Italy, but we did both albums together.
Wow.
Yeah, and the violinists and stuff, they were fun people I just met, like banged it and bumped into at open mics. Yeah. It's a real open mic city like London. There's so many. Yeah. Well, all the string parts I had to write. So, but like with the bass and the drums, we just had the songs and we just got in the studio and they just played it. It was the first time they heard it in the studio, and they just played along with it.
Oh wow.
We had to like run it like 25 times for each song that we got there.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. That's some skilled musicians to bring in.
Yeah,
Just say, oh, here's the track, listen to it. All right.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this? Can we change that bit? And then...
I'd never even say that. I'm just like, play what you want to play. And I trust them so much.
Okay. Well, nice.
Those two guys, yeah, they're amazing.
How long did it take to put the full thing together then?
So the EP is like part 1 and there's a part 2, which is already recorded at the same time. So I'm hoping to release that like at the end of the summer, maybe. Depends on whether I can get money together.
Okay.
But so, like, really it's still ongoing, it's still in the process. It's been like 2 years.
Okay.
Maybe 2.5 years.
So was that a conscious decision to split it in half?
No, it's just like, it got too expensive to release everything at the same time, get everything finished in one go. So it's like just split it in half, do one and then do another one.
Okay. Oh well, hopefully we can look out for the new one in the summer and wrap up the interview then. Where can people go to find your music?
Spotify, Google Play, Bandcamp, SoundCloud. There's a few songs on SoundCloud. Facebook.
Yeah.
Instagram. Twitter.
It's just all over. Oh, well, we'll put links in the description to all the sources they go. So definitely go check this man out. And YouTube, definitely, yeah. iTunes.
Yeah. That's right.
Anywhere there's music, you can search Robert Taira Wilson. You'll probably find him.
But not Snapchat.
You just,
Not on that yet. Behind the times.
Oh.
Website too.
Yes.
Which I haven't touched for like 2 years because my computer broke. It's my new laptop, then I can get on it.
Yeah. Oh, get that one updated. Alright then, lastly then, do you have any more shows coming up in the near future?
Yeah, the next one is in on July 20th in Shimokitazawa at a place called Roku Demonai Yoru.
I've not heard of that one.
Yeah, it's like the more the music thing.
Oh, okay.
All
Oh,
the
yeah.
music is like a promotions thing,
Yeah.
and they do events kind of every couple of months in this venue.
Oh, okay, and you've been involved with those guys for a while now?
Yeah, he's my housemate at the moment. So, yeah,
so you do a lot of planning together.
Yeah, we plan together. We help promote each other's stuff. And,
yeah.
But it won't just be me. There'll be some bands, and there's a guy coming from Russia to play.
Oh
that
wow!
band too, so should be
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So if you've in Shimokitazawa on July the
20th.
July the 20th, go check out this man and others band as well. I know the more the music. The Justin who organises it.
Yeah.
Oh, the majority of the organisation. He always pulls in solid acts.
Yeah, yes, and it's always a really good night. Like he thinks about it through from the first act to the last act. It's always good music all the way through. He doesn't just throw a lot of bands together, and he does a lot of good stuff. And you can check him out. It's morethanmusic.jp.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I'll throw a link to that one in the description as well. For now, thank you very much for joining us here today. Check out all these links throughout the internet, and we'll be back for some music shortly. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right.
Story started long ago. One frame down, two more to go. With a piece that engulfs the whole and leaves a hungry heart in a concrete bowl. Look at her as she waits for me, but I never will. So she knows she's alone with the crows. Forget your bar too, that's me and you. Forget you too. Forget your bar too, that's me and you. Forget you. The older she gets, the better she was. Torn across between two neighbors who won't let her. Woman wait to be taken out. That's because you turn yourself into a rusty thing. Turn yourself into a pin. Get stuck crying. You're so small they hardly feel a thing. Forget you over too, that's me and you. Forget you too. Forget you over too,